Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Yep, it's a different night this week. We had tons and tons of rain here, which we really needed yesterday. But for some reason, my power kept flickering. It really wasn't high wind, it wasn't that much rain, and my internet kept restarting, and I thought, oh, that's not going to be fun. So I decided to play it safe and wait till today. And the sun was shining and it was beautiful. So no worries, and we should be all set tonight. So I hope that you're here. Give me a thumbs up, a hello when you get here, so I'm not all by myself. And we will get started. I have something really cool to show you, something I'm trying this week. Hey, Shelly. We'll do it for a few weeks and we'll see how it goes. I want you to be able to make what I'm doing this week. So I have a project tonight that has 2 cards in it, and I have a little 3D project, super cute, for Thursday. And when you place an order this week using that host code, which I'll put this in the recording, it will also be on the Facebook page. When you place an order and use that host code, it's a $30 order. You will get, let me show you, you will get this packet in the mail, which is one of my kits to make all 3 projects. So the projects that we make this week, you will get everything pre-cut, ready to go. All you're going to want to do is add the stamp to it. And this is the stamp set that we're using. And you will get that. So, Simple Dimple. Place a $30 order this week between now and next Monday's Facebook Live, and you're in. And one of these will come in the mail to you. Okay? All right. So, my camera just went away and I couldn't figure what happened. I got it. It was a little techie issue. So, that's what's new this week. So if you want to do what we're doing, there's also a little bonus to that. You'll also get the SVG collector class that I'm offering each month. So in case you missed what that is, if you're an SVG collector, that means you're a Cricut user or a Scan and Cut user or a Silhouette user. Sizes in 2019 classes. Oh, for this, yes, there will be a handout in the 2019 for those of you that don't order, that just want to make these. Yes, they will be there. Yep. So the SVG class uses a different stamp set each week, and it's a stamp set that doesn't have a die cut with it, doesn't have coordinating dies or anything, and I create SVGs that allow you to make layers that go with these. Remember we talked about this? It's $20 if you just want to buy the class, but if you place an order, well, then you get this class. So here's the deal. You place a $30 order, you get this in the mail, and you'll be enrolled in this class too. And the reason I'm showing you this is this week's stamp set was the Day of Thanks. I used this stamp set in that SVG class. So you will get a shadow layer, a stamping layer, and an extra layer for this turkey and the feather, and there's also one for this title. So I don't do it with stamp sets that have coordinating dies, only ones that don't. So that's what's new this week. If you have any questions, just drop me a note and say, what? What are you doing? All right, before we get started, there's something on the table that you might notice looks a little new. Stampin' Up! Demonstrators were able to order early. Customers, hopefully it will be the 1st of November. The new Stampin' Trimmer is here. It's so cool. I love it. It's $25. Hey, Tammy. It has such great, let me show you just some basic things with it. I mean, it looks a lot like the other one, but it's not the same. Let me show you the old one. This is the old one. So see, pretty much the same size, basically. It's brighter, so it's easier to see. If you, let me move this one out of the way. If you are someone who does a lot of you want to cut 6-inch, when you put, I'm looking for something to put in there to show you. Let's do this one. So let's say I want to cut this into a 6x12. Ooh, Tammy, lucky you. Yes, demonstrators can have it this week. So you can always join my team, and then you could order the new trimmer right now. That's always the best deal in the catalog, is the starter kit. Notice how this stops it right here at 6 inches. Super cool. So if you are doing a 6-inch cut, you have a trimmer and a cutting blade. They're $25 for the trimmer, and then you can buy packs of blades, which I think there's 4 in a pack. I could be wrong with that. But this is the cutter. Super easy, does a great job. And then the score tool, and there's kind of a little, it's not really a magnet, I don't think. Maybe it is, I don't know. It snaps in place and holds it down. Does a great job. I really like it. So there's that. Oh, and then this. I'm not strong enough today, apparently. I did just open it. Hold on, sorry. This just slides out, and then it goes all the way to 17. Right? Super cool. I really like it. So it's got a score and a trim. It's got great markings, really easy to read. So we'll be using that from now on. That just came. Still no word on a die cut machine. It seemed to be a project that they were working on. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, so let me show you what the projects are this week. I showed you the kit, but here's the projects. This is what we're going to make Thursday. Now, you're going to laugh. I'm a Weight Watcher girl right now, so points matter. And I have my favorite 2-point snack in here. You pull it right out. It's one of the Fiber One 70-calorie bars. Has anybody tried those? They're really good. And they're only 2 points. So we'll make this Thursday night. I probably will eat the treat before then, but we'll put something in it. Okay? All right, so that's Thursday night's project, so be sure to come on back. Tonight, we're going to make these 2 cards. And yes, all the parts that you need are in the kit. You do, Christine, you do get to use it. I can only have one, so we'll have to fight over it. I can only order one until November 1st, so... But I have mine, and I will bring it. Okay, so here's the 2 cards that we're going to make. I'm going to do this one first. This one starts with Cajun Craze, and I didn't cut everything because I want to do some with you with the trimmer. Some are cut, some are not cut yet. Here is our 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Absolutely, Lana. And we're going to cut that at 5.5. Right? It's just, it works so great. And then it holds it in place. And then we're going to flip this around to 4.25. And I don't want to cut it. I want to score it. And lickety split, we are scored. I will tell you, on the old one, I always found the scoring was off just a little. I never really liked it all that much, so I love this. So we're going to start with this. We are going to use a piece. This is from the Come Together Designer Series paper. And I really like this wood grain. I put the extras already in here. On the other side is... this does not do a thing for me, this side of the paper. It's okay. It's itty bitty little print. It looks like my grandmother's wallpaper to me, and it just doesn't grab me. But that's me. But I love this side. So that's good, because I would be upset if I only liked one side. You know, if I loved both sides, then I'd have to choose. But this way I don't have to worry. So this is just going to go, and this is cut at 4 by 5.25. And we're going to snail that down. And yes, Linda, I will put the sketch in. I didn't upload it yet. it will be in the classroom. The supply list is in there and some pictures are in there. So there's that. Okay. Next, this is on the clearance rack. If you don't have any of this yet, this is the polka dot tulle in the Very Vanilla, and it's on the clearance rack. I think it's still there. It was when I looked earlier today. I did pick up a lot of it, but you're going to take a piece of that. If you don't have that, then you would switch from Very Vanilla to Whisper White. And you're going to take a piece of Very Vanilla, and you're going to trim that to 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to go with 3 3/4 by 5. And that's going to go right here. But I'm going to do some stamping before I put it down. I'm using Cajun Craze, which is what the cardstock is in the back. And I'm going to stamp the turkey and a feather and the Happy Thanksgiving, which is really great size. Whoops. So there's the feather, lots of detail, good turkey, and Happy Thanksgiving. I love how big it is. I know, I'm so excited for retreat. Remember, you can still come to the online. You won't get a goodie bag, but you can still come. And I promise I will make you feel just like you're here. The way it works is we will have a live camera in a Facebook group that you can pop in and check out throughout the day, as long as technology goes with us. And then the classes will be recorded, and they'll be in a Zoom format, so you'll be able to see them in the classroom. Everything's going to be recorded too. And if you're not really a Cricut user, I mean, it is definitely going to have some great Cricut aspects, but if you're not a Cricut user, you would still really enjoy all the things that we're going to make. There'll be a few things you won't be able to do, but I've decided that we have some awesome Cricut people that will be with us, people that use their Cricut. And if there's something that you want someone to cut for you, I bet we can make that happen. We love sharing our Cricut cuts. So if there's something that we're doing that you would love to have cut, we can talk about that. So those of you that are coming to the online portion, even if you're not a Cricut user, but you're thinking, boy, I wish I had the whatever it was, and I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be. Notice I'm putting this feather kind of at an angle. Okay, so that's my stamping. Those of you that are coming, I just volunteered you. We will be doing some extra cutting if we need to. I think it's really fun. I did that the last time, and I had a great time. I'm going to take my ribbon, and I'm going to go right across here with it. I'm just going to flip it over and run some snail. I think what's the best part about it is even if you're not there, you get to know everybody because it's the same and we're all chatting with each other. So it's really pretty cool. So just snail on either side, right? Then I'm going to stick this down on the front of here before it goes away. I don't want anything to get loose or wibbly wobbly. So I'm going to stick this down, and then I'm going to do my accent stuff after. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to take a little piece of my ribbon, and I'm going to, right above the feather, I'm going to tie this just in one knot. What's great about this ribbon is it doesn't slide like fancy shiny ribbon does. It stays where you put it. And we're just going to tie a knot. Hard to figure out where the ends are. There it is. Okay. You might want to make this a little prettier. Then you're going to take the punch. It's the sprig punch. Oh, hey, Mary Lou. I know, Kathy, you were there. Trish was able to come last time. She can't this time. It's her husband's birthday, I think. I really should have checked that out. Where's my little packet? Here it is. So you're going to take a piece of Cajun Craze, and you're going to punch 2 of these. These are in the kit as well, remember. We take care of you. And then I'm going to take a little scrap of that Designer Series paper. There. Then I'm going to take my glue dots. And we're going to put these down. So they're kind of part of, they're going to go under the dot, or under the knot with a dot. Goodness. One more. If it gets in the turkey's face, you can move it over. There. So there is Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Deborah. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so there's that one. Card number 1. Just simple, classic. Review over. Card number 2 looks similar, right? But wait. Oh, hold on. It spins, right? Okay, so let's get going on that one. We are going to take a very vanilla base, and we're going to take a piece of, I kind of wrote on this one so that you could see, but again, I will put the sketch in for you. 4 by 5 1/4, and then we're going to cut a 3-inch circle out of the middle. I have one that's not written on. But you don't want to glue it down, because you're going to need to add the things to make your center spin. So you're going to put it in place, but you don't want to glue it. This is where I use those handy dandy little post-it notes, the little flags. These work great for this because they'll hold it in place, but then you can just pop them off after. And you want to make sure that you have it where you want it. And then you're going to run it through your Big Shot. And then I used the 3-inch circle from the circle layer dies because I needed one bigger than a punch. And a little bit lower than center because I need room for Happy Thanksgiving and a little strip of Designer Series paper to add a little something. So I'm going to go a little lower than center, and I'm going to take one of those flags and put this in position so it stays there. And then we're ready to go. Run it on through. I wish some of you were closer because boy, I could use some helpers this week. This packet packing, we are busy here. My house has so much stuff in it, and Dad Retreat doesn't happen every week. The UPS guy said, "Is there any more Stampin' Up! Stuff coming to your house?" I said, "Well, actually, yeah, there's a couple more because I'm placing one tomorrow morning for the last minute stuff for the actual retreat. The mailing ones, it's too late. If you didn't get it, if I don't have it, you're not getting it because the mailing ones are going out Friday. Those of you that are getting goodie bags will get them before the retreat, I promise." Okay, So I take everything off. I have these two pieces. Hold on to those because we're going to use those for something else. And then I have this. So here's the trick. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to use tear tape because I don't want this stuff to pull out. And I'm using, this is not an option anymore, I don't think. I know it was on back order for a while, the metallic silver thread. It's the kind of thing that you get it. I've had this forever. I am going to do a retreat in a box every month, yes. I'm not going to do an in-person retreat every month, but we'll do one with the projects every month. Absolutely. It's too much fun not to. But I don't want to talk about what it's going to be like until after we do this one, because it's not going to be like this one. This one's like an over the top. This might happen twice a year, this kind. So what I want to do is pick the middle of the circle, and you don't have to be crazy about how perfect it is. And you want to go up, but you don't want it to extend, because remember the cardstock doesn't go all the way to the edge. So just tear off a little bit. You just want a good adhesive, and then you can use this end down here. All right. Then you're going to take your pick and you kind of rub it along the edge. This helps so much with tear tape. You notice I usually sit here and fumble. My friend Lisa showed me this. It's like, oh, genius. Why didn't I think of that? It's harder with the little one. So you really burnish this down. And then you just kind of wiggle it and it picks it up, right? Then I'm going to take that silver thread, whoops, which I detest because it ends up all over the place. And I'm going to just stick it in the tear tape, pull it down, so I get this nice little strip through the middle. And then I'm going to take, whoops, 2 circles. These are cut 2 1/4, I think. Let me double check. No, these are the 2s, sorry. These are cut with a 2-inch punch. So 2 Very Vanilla 2-inch circles. If you are short on Very Vanilla, you can take this one that we just punched out of the center, and you can line it up in here and punch. And so then you can get a 2-inch circle. And then you're going to get a 2 1/4 circle using the other one. And I used a piece of, this one's a little trickier because it's not that much less, but you just line her up in there. Get over. And I used some of, it's really hard to see what it is, this Designer Series paper. It's not going to show all that much, but this is another piece from that collection. And I need a 2 1/4 of this. Okay, circle, circle, circles. So I have this and this one. And then these are going to go on the top with the turkey on one side and the sentiment on the back. So that's what we're actually stamping on. This is going to go right here. Right? Line that up. I'm going to take a piece of tear tape just to be sure this doesn't go anywhere. The turkey is a simple stamp. It's called Day of Thanks, is the stamp set. What you get in the kit is all the pre-cut stuff. So you'll get all these little circles. I'll open it up and show it to you after. But here's the stamp to get the turkey. It's called Day of Thanks. It's got Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours on this day of thanks. You fill my heart with gratitude this day and always. So we stuck that on. We're going to peel this off. I used the tear tape just in the middle to make sure that it really holds. And then I take some snail, oops, and just go on the edges. And then take this one. Now you could ink this up if you wanted to before you pop it down. It's really just going to show the edges. It's not. So then we spin, right? Super cool. Now we're going to take this piece, now that everything's in place, and we're going to position this, but I'm going to put some snail on it first. You need to be sure that it is the right direction. It won't work if you put it this way, probably, because, see, it doesn't line up exactly. It has to be the way you cut it, so pay attention. And you're going to line up the hole. There you go. All right, so now my card's okay. My little spinny thing. And then I'm ready to do my stamping. So I need Happy Thanksgiving right here, which I thought I had out already. I do. And I used Early Espresso on this because I had punched with Cajun Craze before. And it would show, just not as dramatically. Stampin' Scrub, my favorite extra tool. Penny, yeah, it's a favorite. Every time I say that, I think of you, love. Okay, so this is Early Espresso. And you need to make sure that it's saying it in the right direction. It's not right this minute. So flip it over, make sure it says Happy Thanksgiving the right way. And pop this down. Now, I kind of have a boo-boo. Do you see it? Right on the happy. I could live with it. I could say, oh, that's just going to make me nauseous. I'm not going to do that. So, what can I do? Well, you notice I have this strip here? Well, we're going to do a little something because I don't like that. That's going to make me nuts. So, I'm going to take my piece of Cajun Craze and my trimmer. And I'm going to cut a 4x2. You don't need to do this normally, but if you mess up like me, then you do. Two. By 4. Come on back, little blech. We're going to stamp you again before we get too carried away and see if we can do it this time without goobers. And I'm going to go near the top with it. Phew! Then, before I put it down, I'm not going to do any kind of inking, but I'm going to dab this in here. So I'm going to ink up my edges. Right? And then we're going to fix our boo-boo. And we're actually going to like it better. So that's going to go like that. And then we have this little strip. This is 4 inches by 1/2 inch. I could have added some sequins. You're absolutely right. That would have worked. And then some dimensionals. So if you didn't have goobers on it, then you would have just put that strip right on the card front. But you know, this will make it cool too. We can do this. I'm going to do a contest. Where's the funniest place you've ever found dimensional backings? And then I'm just going to pop this on right on top of the goober. And we're not even going to see it. All right. All right, so now we're going to stamp these. Good news, we can flip those over if we mess it up. And we need our turkey. I love that stamp. It just looks so dramatic. And then I'm always amazed when I flip it over to see how cool he looks. And then I want the sentiment, you fill my heart with gratitude this day and always. And that's going to go right here. Okay. And then before I close her up, I'm going to do the same kind of inky thing, just rolling this around. Looks good. Hey, Tammy. And then bring you back over. And some more dimensionals. And a turkey. Center him right there. And flip that over. And dimensionals. And then I grabbed the metallic pearls in the gold. So there's our card, right? And pop those, just 3 of them, right down here. And we are ready to go. So here's our cards. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Happy Thanksgiving, right? Cool, huh? Okay, so your instructions will be in the classroom along with this recording so that you can cut your own. Remember, you place a $30 order between now and Monday, and I will send you the little packet with all the goodies. And let me show you what's in the goodies. And I sent you this free just because I like you, to say thank you for ordering with me. But this thing is driving me crazy. It won't move. There. So in here, you're going to have, these are the pieces for the box that we're going to make on Thursday. But you have your card pieces. You have your circles all pre-cut for you. You'll have your little sprigs. What you'll want to do is add your inks and your stamp set. Okay, so that's how that works. And at the moment, there is not a limit. If I end up losing my mind, then I might have to make a limit. But so far, we're so good. So I won't say first come, first serve, because I will make sure that everybody gets one. So get to thinking what you want. Make sure that you come back on Thursday so that you can see how to do our cute little treat holder. You just pull this ribbon and it pulls it right out. Super cute. It doesn't have to be a Weight Watcher treat. It could be, I was thinking, I didn't test them, but those little the mints, what are those called? A chocolate chip cookie would go in there. I bet a peanut butter cup would fit. I just can't have those in the house. They cannot be here. They will be at retreat though. So everybody have a wonderful week. I will see you on Thursday night, and happy scrapping. Bye.